Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Conover with Nexus Youth and Family Services, and for today's wellness workshop for the month of November, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about seasonal affective disorder. So firstly, what is it? What is seasonal affective disorder? It is defined as a subtype of major depressive disorder, so it's a mental health disorder, and it's really characterized by depression that is really only happening according to seasonal patterns. Okay, so people who have SAD, we'll just call it, have a history of at least 2 years of experiencing and then fully recovering from these major depressive episodes. Now, what are the symptoms? Most of these symptoms really mirror the symptoms of major depressive disorder, which is why this disorder can go undiagnosed for a lot of the time. So some of the symptoms are hypersomnia, which means a person oversleeps, having fatigue during the daytime, overeating, which can result in weight gain, craving carbs, decreased sexual interest, lethargy, so just feeling really tired and fatigued again, hopelessness, even suicidal thoughts on the extreme end, and really just a lack of interest in usual activities that they normally enjoy, as well as decreased socialization, so they might isolate. Now, what are the risk factors for SAD? What are the factors that put people at risk for having this disorder or even making it worse? Well, for the first thing, women are 4 times more likely to develop seasonal affective disorder over men. Another thing would be living far from the equator. Interestingly enough, SAD is more frequent for individuals either far north or far south of the equator, most likely because less sunshine. Family history, individuals with a family history of other types of depression even if it's not SAD, they could be more likely to develop SAD. And for this next one, having depression or bipolar disorder, you can have comorbid disorders. So the symptoms of depression may actually get worse because they also have SAD at the same time. And then younger adults have a higher risk of SAD than older adults. So SAD has even been reported with children and teens, even people as young as children and teens. So what is the treatment? How can we help people with this disorder experience joy again and decrease their symptoms? Well, the first one would be medication, antidepressant medication to be precise. Antidepressants have shown to be, for a lot of people, very effective in depressive disorders. Psychotherapy, such as the modality of cognitive behavioral therapy, can be very helpful. Light therapy with this particular disorder, because it is caused by, more often than not, weather that is kind of gloomy, whether that's rain or snow or lack of light, exposure to light, even if it's artificial, can be helpful. And then vitamin D, which we know we can absorb that through actual sunshine, so that can be helpful as well. And then exercise, being able to get our body moving, get those endorphins flowing, has been shown to be really helpful, not just with SAD, but with depressive disorders as a whole. So what can help? What can you do if you have this condition? What can you do to prepare yourself for the season that is going to be difficult for you? Well, one way is that you can exercise more toward the end of summer. Really get in that good shape to establish that healthy habit of exercise. Make sure that your body is where it needs to be in its healthiest state to kind of help just prepare your body and your mind, because they work together. Get into therapy around September, because a lot of the time that is kind of when the weather starts to dip a little bit. Start your light box in October. We were talking about the artificial light, the light therapy, being able to start that up when the weather really starts to take a dive. And plan a vacation to a sunny spot in January. If things start getting worse for you in September, October, you might really need something nice in January. So maybe being able to plan a vacation to a place where you know for a fact, even in the winter month of January, it's going to be sunny and it'll help brighten your disposition. So some of you may require treatment only during the time of year where you experience symptoms. And some of you might need a little bit more help year-round to really help mitigate those symptoms. All right, so what are some resources, some practical directions that we can push you guys in if you are struggling with seasonal affective disorder? First one would be the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So that's NAMI.org. They've got a lot of stuff on there. We also have the National Institute of Mental Health, and the URL is right there. They have a lot of good stuff on that website as well. And if these depressive symptoms are really taking a turn for the worse and you might start to struggle with suicidal ideations, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline with the number listed right there. They have the text line as well. And then we also, in our own county, have Amador County Mental Health with the URL right there. And then, of course, we have us, Nexus Youth and Family Services. So if you want to reach us, our number is listed right there. And we also have this YouTube channel that you are watching right now. We have lots of other videos about some really helpful topics. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch and listen. Hope you like this and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.